9:35 p.m. A broad coalition of top government and industry officials has declared that the November 3 voting and the following count unfolded smoothly, with no more than the usual minor hiccups, the most secure in American history, they said, repudiating Trump's efforts to undermine the integrity of the contest. 9:09 p.m. U.S. President-elect Joe Biden's incoming chief of staff on Sunday urged Congress to pass bipartisan pandemic financial aid as the number of new coronavirus cases shattered U.S. records and strained many state healthcare systems from coast to coast. Ron Klain, in an interview on NBC News' Meet the Press program, said such a bill was urgently needed, given the surge in COVID-19 cases, and that a relief package could pass before Biden took office on January 20. 8:38 p.m. President Donald Trump appeared accidentally to admit his election defeat in a tweet on Sunday morning, before reversing course to claim he won, and once again push unsubstantiated claims of mass fraud in the vote. Trump has refused to concede the November 3 U.S. election to challenger Joe Biden, and repeatedly said he intends to overturn the result through legal cases. His aides say he is preparing for a second term in office despite the vote count confirming Biden's clear victory. 8:03 p.m., and the charade continues. 7:48 p.m. President Donald Trump appeared to acknowledge publicly for the first time on Sunday that Democrat Joe Biden won the November 3 U.S. presidential election, but asserted that it was rigged, reiterating his false claims of widespread voting fraud. Biden defeated Trump by winning a series of battleground states that the Republican incumbent had won in 2016. The Democratic former vice president also won the national popular vote by more than 5.5 million votes, or 3.6 percentage points. 7:47 p.m. Trump continues with unsubstantiated allegations of fraud. 7:03 p.m. After several thousand supporters of President Donald Trump protested the election results and marched to the Supreme Court, nighttime clashes with counter-demonstrators led to fistfights, at least one stabbing, and more than 20 arrests. Several other cities on Saturday also saw gatherings of Trump supporters unwilling to accept Democrat Joe Biden's electoral college and popular vote victory as legitimate. Cries of "Stop the steal and count every vote" rang out despite a lack of a voter fraud or other problems that could reverse the result. 6:48 p.m. A fraud investigation. 6:23 p.m. President-elect Joe Biden wants to restore the soul of America. First, he'll need to fix a broken and divided Congress. Biden is rushing headlong into a legislative branch ground down bipartisanship, name-calling and, now, a refusal by some to acknowledge his win over President Donald Trump. 5:44 p.m. One focus of Harris's will be the quantum leap from the legislative to the executive branch. Whereas Biden will have virtually no learning curve upon returning to the White House after 8 years as vice president. 5:05 p.m. After January 20, Trump, who is fighting to hold on to his office, will be more vulnerable than ever to a pending grand jury investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney into the president's family business, as well as his taxes. 4:01 p.m. Trump presidency was the first in more than 100 years not to feature a first dog. Neither President Donald Trump nor his wife Melania owned any pets. 3:23 p.m. President-elect Biden is set to restore a time-honored tradition back to the White House this January, bringing in pups for the first time to what has been a pet-free zone for 4 years. 2:47 p.m. In addition to the Million MAGA March, demonstrations of the Trump faithful in Washington included a Stop the Steal rally and a Women for Trump event. 2:10 p.m. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany offered an assessment of the Million MAGA March, claiming that 1 million supporters turned up. 1:26 p.m. Biden has spent days huddled with advisors as he weighs whom to appoint to his cabinet, fields congratulatory calls from world leaders, and maps out the policies he will pursue after being sworn in on January 20.